Welcome to Saturday, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and we're back on the Citadel server, working on the medieval town of Westhill. Hey, Dan. Hunter, good to see you. WDO23, hello. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Ready to do some building. I think we did pretty well on this house on Thursday. And I think I want to work on the chimney. Maybe change the roof a little bit. And honestly, I think I'd like to connect this path too. So we got some exterior things to take care of before we go inside. So let's just take a look and see what needs to happen. Also, I think FOV is a little bit short. I'm not sure about this. I think we might want to change this to be wood at a certain point. Yeah, I feel like I don't know whether these should be stone or these should, we're probably going to change these to wood. Probably going to look better as wood. We'll get some spruce stairs too. We're going to have to put the door back on. That's fine. Oh, can that be visible? No, that's not visible. Okay, cool. So this is the kind of stuff that I like to do at this stage. Just kind of walk through the house and see what needs to change. That's going to be, that's fine. Is that outside? Oh. So that's cool. That sort of feels like a supportive structure for the stairs above. That makes sense. And then down here, we can also turn these into wooden stairs. Oh. You know, maybe we'll leave those. I think it's going to look better with that combination of outside. Probably easier to do it that way. Whoops. Now, is this an outside block? No. Sometimes it's cool just to have like little nooks and crannies and corners and things. That doesn't have to be there either. And that is definitely an outside block. Okay. I think maybe it might be easier to have this all bricks. And no idea why I'm making it this big. I just like smoothing things out. That's definitely an outside block. Pretty sure that's the back of this right there. Mr. Gort, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Stardust resubscribed just 9 minutes ago. 6 months. That's the Air Keystone badge. Thanks ever so much. That must have been during the kind of loading screen. I'm sorry I missed it. Thanks ever so much. And I want to say Bubens Van Ika or Leica maybe. I can't tell with upper and lowercase. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. What made you decide to go with the non-existent enchantment glint texture? Because I really dislike the glowy purple thing. Like when you're doing early game and you have a pickaxe in your hand all the time, I found that the glow was really distracting, and so I just removed the glow entirely. And here's a fun fact. If I can find my potion box. When you remove the glint, check out how easy it is to see which potions are which. Swiftness, fire resistance, water breathing, strength, healing, right? They're all different colors. With the enchantment glint on them, they're all purple. Like it's impossible to see which ones are which. Yeah, the glint is a lot. And there's different versions. You can find like subdued or like less intense enchantment glints and stuff, but oh, that's that. I want to try and add a different texture in there. If I can. I like putting these smooth logs over the thresholds. I feel like it makes it look like they've been worn through a bit, like they've had a lot of tread on them. Now this is all solid, so we can make this whatever texture we want, so that's great. I believe we did... Yeah, we got the upstairs. We still need to do a fireplace here. We need some furniture and stuff in both levels. Oh, right. We need to make sure that's spawn proof. Well, we could just fill that up. Whoops. I think that looks kind of cool and supportive. Alternatively, we could do stairs, which I think I like better. Because then we can put the trapdoors here. Very cool. I wonder if this would look better if it was stripped spruce. For this one on the inside. The outside has to stay oak because it matches the rest, but I wonder if inside we could switch it. Might look at that. So in here, we're probably going to do some firewood by fire. It would be really cool if we could work out a way to have like a little firewood door. Like right here. That would be cool. I like doing little things like this because it really kind of sells the idea, and then you can just, we can pile firewood up out here, and that would be the way for it to be brought in the house, which is cool. Thanks, Hunter555, for being awesome. Much appreciated. Koalaberry, hello. Welcome in. I play a lot of PvP, so with the unobtrusive glint, I could also tell who had enchanted gear. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, so if you do a lot of PvP, then I can understand having the glint like as information that you need as a player, for sure. For sure. All right, we need to dump some stuff here. Really wish that Minecraft had a organize inventory button. I really like it in Satisfactory. As long as it ignored your hotbar, I'd be okay with it. So we'll work on that, make it look a little bit better later on. The chimney is something I wanted to fix because I thought it was too high. But in order to drop it down, we have to change the roof, which I'm not happy about. Yeah, the chimney is just a little bit too spindly and tall. I'll show you what I don't want to happen. I'll show you if I remove the top of that. You'll see what I mean. So if I bring this down to where I want it, which is this level, and I put a slab here, it touches the corner of the roof here, which I find bugs me. I'm not sure if it bugs other people, but that I think looks kind of strange. And so I'd rather not remove the wing tips on this. Like, I kind of like that look. So the only other solution I can think of is to move the chimney like crooked again, but don't really want to do that either. So unfortunately, I think we just have to change this to a slab. And then it works, and it's just not as ideal, but you know, it's what it is. Stardew Valley has a thing where it organizes your stuff in chests. I wish Minecraft had that feature too. Yeah, that would be helpful. I think you can do that in all the inventories in Satisfactory. You can just, your inventory, chest inventory, you can organize everything. But that's also a game that has like an inflatable pocket dimension, quote unquote. So like, I get it. You've got some leeway. That's disappointing. I really liked the way that looked, but I don't want the chimney to be. How many spruce trapdoors would you estimate are in West Hill? No idea. No idea. I've placed something like several thousand. There is the stat for it. But this is for the whole world, not just for West Hill. Times used. Times broken. Times crafted, maybe? Because I'm always running out of them, so if I've crafted them... Did I go buy it? I would think it would be a lot higher. There we go. So 32 is not right. I wonder if these statistics got reset when I updated to the new version. I really dislike that Shockbite doesn't carry that data forward. So 1723, 3200. They also need to keep the numbers at the top. You can understand times crafted, times mined, times used, picked up. Like, there's no placed. So it's not under times crafted, it's under, yeah, so like if you go times mined, then like it's right here. And if we go times used, then it's a little bit higher. I mean, that makes sense. And all of your tools make sense that it's in the high range here. But like, I don't understand these statistics. Isn't using it, placing it? I've got no idea, because you can flick a trapdoor, right? Like a trapdoor is an interactive block. So using it might be, I could place it once and then flip it 4 times. And that could also be. And so that means that this 3,200 blocks could include me misplacing something, flipping it, testing it out, and then replacing it. So like, I don't know. All right, so we need to decide what's happening at the edge of the road here. And I do like the idea of a tree being here, but I think I'm going to move this over here. But that means I'm not sure what's happening here. Yeah, I kind of like that coming out like that. So we'll, wonder if I should try to get all moss in there. Such a small piece. That might be a good way to do it. Moss doesn't look very good in a taiga biome, but if you can do the entire section as moss, then sometimes it works out okay. See, it doesn't go very well with the grass. But if you can use a few things like a tree and some extra logs to cut it off, then we can probably get away with it. Just to make sure that you're having connection issues. Are your messages coming through? Yep. Yeah. There might be a bit of a delay. Morgantic, I think you are overseas, right? You're in the UK? Don't be specific if you don't want to. I'm just... I've noticed a bigger delay in the last couple of weeks to the UK and beyond. Germany. Wow. Very cool. I didn't know that. Right. So I think we can probably... Oh, no. That has to stay like that. I'm okay with that, I think. Just to have that full look there. I like. Now, we could do something special with the chimney. I think we've done something special with the staircase. I thought we did something special with the chimney over here. Yeah, we had those blocks there, the polished andesite. Kind of gives it a nice base. Makes it feel sturdier. I noticed on the Minecraft YouTube channel, they've got like 4 or 6 1-hour-long videos now, and they're all like ambient, peaceful scenes. I thought there was going to be music, but I think there's only music in some of them. But it's like cozy swamp, a cozy hearth. There's a peaceful beach and stuff like that. You can go and look them up on the YouTube channel for Minecraft, and it's pretty cool. I mean, they're very cartoony. It's not. It doesn't sound like natural sounds. I only watched for a little bit. The only thing that I had to complain about it was that I think that I think that there's a watermark on it the whole time, like E for everyone, which kind of takes you out of the immersion of it. Other than that, though, I thought it was cool. I didn't watch for very long, so that might go away after a while. That's looking maybe a little bit too worn down. I think I prefer this being bricks. I think that's pretty good. Might be able to sneak in on an extra something on this side. So the cobblestone is too distracting. I think we'll switch them. Put that back there. Yeah, cool. Okay, so here we can probably sneak in moss. We'll use this to change it. And we'll use kind of this area here to change it eventually. Campfire. I need to get the texture pack that removes the bottom from the campfires. And I've got one of those and one of those maybe. Videos to sleep by playlist. I've actually been creating a short playlist on YouTube of cozy fireplaces, like actual fireplaces. It's hard to find though, because it's got a lot of them have like music or they're loops. Like the live ones are just like loops and they don't ever change. But I found a couple of 4K fireplaces that aren't too close, because I've got a big TV, and if the shot's too close, it doesn't look like a fireplace. It just looks like you're filming logs. But I've got a couple that work out quite well, and they're 4K. And while they're not loops, after the fire burns down about halfway, there's like a gradual fade to a different fire, and it goes on for hours and hours. So it's actually quite nice. The MacCast subscribing at tier 1, 54 months in a row. Deja vu. Didn't we just do this subversary last week? Or, well, 54 weeks. Thanks very much, MacCast. Really appreciate it. In the story your mind has created for this world, how old is your city? Roughly medieval. Like it's a medieval fantasy area is what we've called it. So it's not anything too specific. And yes, I'm talking about like the ash underneath it. I really wish that when you did that, when you extinguished it, that it would be, I think it would be more versatile as a block if by default that would be out when you put it out. But that's just me. So I'm not crazy about that log right there. I'm wondering, that's okay. Wonder if we can grab a dark oak log. Just because I feel like it's going to be too close to the spruce tree that I want to build right next to it, you know? Yeah, like, it'd be so much more useful if that wasn't there. Yeah, that's better. And that is in that space, unfortunately. I think that's good. Don't want to go too crazy with it. I don't know if that's going to be right there. We might actually have to move this over to here. And I think I may not drop this down. I think we may have to keep this at a height to kind of work this out. I guess it depends on what's going to go down there. And I'm probably going to remove this tree, or at least part of it. Do we have a name for the Citadel Joel fans yet? Citadelians, Dugganites, regardless of how's everyone doing? No, I don't think there's any name. It's not an easy thing to sort out. I mean, citizens, but like, it's not the most inventive. Pancakes. Nice. Yeah, I usually refer to people as community members, right? That's how we refer to people that support the Citadel Cafe and Spawn Chunks as well. It's as community members. For some dark oak. Yeah, citizens work. I think the only thing that's a little bit tricky there is that I think that's what we've been calling the members of the Citadel is citizens. So we may have to come up with something else there. But Not hard, right? Not hard to do. So I'm just roughly putting in the custom bottom to a tree, just to kind of show that I want to put something there, sort of like this. I just want to have something. That's pretty good. I think that helps divide the walk. So maybe we do drop it down. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll use some slabs here. So maybe we'll go back by at least one. Greetings, citizens. Yeah, exactly. Now that we have that figured out. What's new, MacCast? It's been a hot minute. I just don't want this to feel like stairs. It's the only thing. And that to me is curving the wrong way. Whoops. Nope, I don't have any other moss. This week I got to know how to use a snowblower. That has got to be a trip for something that you've only ever seen on TV, I guess. How did that go? I mean, I guess it's sort of like mowing a lawn, right? Like it's not going to be, I guess, too different from operating like a lawnmower or something, but that's funny. For folks not in the know, MacCast just moved somewhere where there's snow for the first time in either. Is the first time in your life ever, MacCast, or is it just like the first time in a really long time? Those machines are intimidating. Yeah, they're a lot more intimidating than lawnmower. Lawnmower kind of points everything down, whereas I find like the snowblower, the blades are very, well, they're not really sharp either. Like it's not like it's a thresher or something. But yeah, a lot of moving parts. Definitely a lot of moving parts. Moonlit, welcome back. Gaping jaws with spinning blades. Yeah, it does sort of look like something that's going to consume and devour, right? Oh, I don't have very many of those. That's interesting. Normally I have more slabs than I know what to do with. First time ever with snow. Wow. So what are your impressions? Have you had the opportunity to drive around with it yet? No. Well, that's annoying. Thankfully it didn't blow up much. Where did you come from? I didn't even see him. I think we might have to widen this. Suicide Squid. Free stuff. Sis, thanks for the follow, and Nori, thanks for the follow. Is your name Nori? Does it have anything to do with Lord of the Rings and the Rings of Power? Just out of curiosity. Oh, those would be lower, wouldn't they? Yeah, that's a little bit better. And then I'll go out one more. Oops. So you can see why I kind of leave the trees to the last minute. Because I find that you can still sort of twist an existing tree and make it work. I guess I should think about whether I want this to be an actual stone path that goes along the back or whether I want it to be a dirt path. Given that all this is here, it's probably going to be a stone path. Be my guess. And I think we have to go wider still. I got new all-wheel drive car when I got here, and it has traction mode. That helps. Yes. That and snow tires. Snow tires will be... I mean, as a Canadian, in some provinces it's law, and in other provinces you're not viewed as as someone that's prepared if you do not have snow tires. Yeah, I think this tree top is going to have to move. Yeah, quite a lot of landscaping to happen over here. What I really should be doing is using the map. That's not bad. I think we're doing okay. Got 3, 2, 1, then 2. This should be 3. And then this will go out into either 3 or 4. And I guess, I'm not sure what we'll do there. I think here would be a good spot to bring off some sort of offshoot path going down to the river. We'll figure that out later. That will probably work on when we do this build here. But having like little indications like that, like, by the way, Joel, don't forget to put something down there. Always a good reminder. Here, I think we can maybe expose some dirt, maybe some rooted dirt or something. That does feel kind of strange. Yeah, and then it does get quite narrow here. I think that's okay. So then here, we have to get up to at least this level. And do I want this to be 2 wide or 3 wide? Like, we don't really get enough here to need snow tires. Really? Most snow ever was 70 inches in a year. That's still snow tire worthy. People around here get snow tires whether there's, you know, we could have an entire winter with barely any snow, but you'll get 6 or 8 inches at once, and that becomes a problem if you don't have snow tires. And I'm not harping on you. Just for me, it's all about safety. But also, snow tires are not cheap, so I get that. All right, let's grab those. Grab those. A little extra dirt. Oh yeah, like around here, it's just about like it's just as slippery with 2 inches of snow as it is with 6. Although we're in a much hillier area, I'm not sure whether you're flat where you are. Most people there always have all-weather tires. Well, that's fine. I mean, if you ask the locals, I mean, the locals are going to know. In my city, it snows at least once a year, and the city falls into chaos every single year. That's like Vancouver. Vancouver more and more will get snow. 100% flat. American Plains, no hills for miles. Right. So that could contribute to why people probably don't have snow tires. But all seasons, you'd need something. Especially with like 70 inches of snow, over the course of a season. Around here, I'm not sure if people really know or have seen pictures of Halifax, Dartmouth, but the harbor was chosen because of how deep and narrow it is. And the reason for that is because it's all carved out by a glacier, geologically speaking. So it is like really steep hills. Like think like Boston, if you've ever been to Boston, or maybe not San Francisco. I think San Francisco is probably steeper, but right, so that goes down to 3, and I think I like that. So then here we've got 4. We'll do 2, 3, 4. I'm probably not going to be able to see this because of the tree in the way. Yeah. Don't think I want it to go up that fast. I think that feels pretty good. Did I get rid of? Oh, they're there. I haven't decided if I want to have like a railing along here, or if I want the earth to be like even with it. I think I like that better. It just gets tricky when you're into spots like this. That's probably going to end up being better as a bush or something. Yeah. I'll replace that with something better later. 5 to there. So far, we've been able to drive around without any issues, but maybe snow tires in my future. Yeah, I mean, you can always just gauge it, right? Like, maybe you can. It depends on how you feel, right? If you feel that it's not an issue, then you might be fine. All right, this is far too steep. Do we want this to be stairs, or do we want this to actually climb a natural grade? Whoops. I'm probably gonna have to turn a lot of this into stone cliff anyway. Sonic, hello, how's it going? You having a good day? Town. I didn't realize you moved to such a small town. That's interesting, Maccast. It's nice that internet is to the point where people can move where they want, you know? I've asked a lot of questions as I'm a complete snow noob. No, that's smart. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's the kind of thing that I think people that grow up in snowy areas maybe take for granted, is just how much they know that's just been delivered through parents and conversations with neighbors and friends and stuff, you know? This does get a little bit narrow. I don't mind that tree there, especially because we can walk right underneath it. I feel like this could maybe widen out a bit. I think a little bit of a retaining wall there is pretty good. This whole thing is probably going to end up being stone anyway. I don't see me using a lot of dirt here. I imagine I'm probably going to pull this Down this way. Right? Probably going to come along that way. And we'll maybe shape it and sculpt it into something else, but yeah, right now it's just a little bit too steep right here. Funky Grey Donkey, hello, welcome back. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Got 2, 2, 3, 1. That should not be like that. That should be the other way around. Two, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that works. It's always hard when the curve of your road goes a different direction. The way that you want to split the stairs. Oh, I see what I've done. I've got this the wrong way around. Two there. One hour has passed. Thanks so much, Dan. 2 a.m. Sunday for me. Oh wow, that's late. Thanks for coming by. Try not to stay up too late. Big change from the 3.2 meters in San Diego. I'll have to double check. I missed the early part of that. Not tiny, 15K people, but not large. I mean, that's not, I mean, I live in a city that's got 500,000 people in it, which is not a big city, but it's still a city. It's the biggest city this side of Montreal. Big change from the 3.2 million in San Diego. Okay, I thought we were still talking about snow. I was like, 3.2 meters in San Diego? What? No, I get it now. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big change. I would imagine for you, an 8-minute drive with no traffic is like, what in the world is going on? That must be an absolute trip. Forget the snow. The lack of people is probably even a bigger shift. Funky, thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate you coming by, even though I know it's late for you. Have a good sleep. Get some good rest. Wonderful, says Mattcast. Yep, I would imagine. Mr. Gort, you grew up in a town of 350 people. Wow. I went to university at a town that was only around 6,000 people, and I think that increased to that level when school was in, because when the university was in, the university had like 2,000 students. And I think that of the 6,000 people, or 8,000, I guess, with the students in, like we made up like 25% of the population of the town. But anyway, folks, I'm going to take a short break. I do this once an hour. Dan Grice was nice enough to remind me about that. You should go get a snack, get a drink. I do run some ads on breaks, but it's just a way to monetize the channel. And you don't miss anything because I'm not here. I'm AFK. So you get to listen to some music. I'll be right back. So I think I want to get back into the house. I wanted to lay out the basics of the path, but now that we've got that in there, I think it's good for now. I'll leave the landscaping to the end of this build area. Usually makes more sense to leave it to the end. Thanks, Dan. What would make a good roofing material with dark walls? Do we have any deep slate houses around? I've used deep slate on roofs more often than I have as walls. There's a good combo. Deep slate and basalt. And then I just created a lighter trim around the edge. And then I used cobble deep slate as the roof. The whole build is pretty dark. But I think that works. And have we used deep slate as walls anywhere else? It's hard because deep slate only came out like relatively recently in terms of the grand scheme of this town. I don't think I have any other deep slate builds. We've used it mostly as roofing. I've used it in gradients here and there. So if you can transition from the deep slate to a lighter block, then you can use whatever roof you want. That was one solution I came up with. Yeah, it seems like most of the time we've been using it as a roofing tile. Well, it feels pretty good to walk along. I think it looks okay. Might want to switch this back to that. Yeah, and then here, I kind of like the treetops here. So rather than having a wall here, we could actually have the trees be part of it. But I think when we get to here, I'd like to have a little bit more. Oh, no problem, Pengmeister. It's all good. Press. We do have the challenge of landscaping in this area with the taiga biome, and a lot of the tools and tricks that I use don't really work that well. But we could probably use some, a little bit of bushes and other foliage and stuff. Yeah, we'll have to change the way that this looks later on. But as far as those trees go, I feel like we can maybe put in a quick version of what they could look like. Not sure if that's too tall. So having something like that kind of stick out could be kind of cool. Maybe we'll lopside it a bit. Have it focused more on one side than the other. Maybe not. So I can see something like that being a tool that we use along the path. Yeah, kind of a cool tree to look at when you come down here. Fun view on your way back up. This will probably end up being a staircase, I'd imagine. An upside down stair. Oh, you mean on the tree? Probably not on that one, but I've definitely got plans for things like that on these ones. Like this one I want to get away from the edge a bit. So we'll probably go up one more. Probably come out that way. I may or may not do an upside down stair. Like sometimes that's good, sometimes that doesn't really work out. I did want to see what the rooted dirt would look like here though. A little on the blue side. We might be okay if we put it here as well. And maybe if I threw in some carpets. Just to switch it up a bit. Good enough for now. We can come up with some other bushes and things to put along here, but pretty good. And this, of course, will look better when we've got some more leaves and things on it. I might want to start mixing up a little bit on that tree, just so that it's not all spruce leaves, we might switch it up to have some mangrove and stuff on it. But again, I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. I like the reveal though. Like I like the way that it kind of like frames this area. A couple of trees. That actually might end up being a little bit too low. So that's a good spot where we might end up putting like an upside down stair. Just because of it'll probably, it sounds like a silly thing, but it ends up changing a solid ½ meter of your view by removing this and putting in something like that, right? Like you see that tree a lot sooner. Although I don't know if I like those two so close together, so maybe we end up removing this. I really wish we had bark slabs. I think that would be very cool. All right, so let's switch gears and start doing a little bit of inside decoration. Because we're at that stage where we can start to put in things like beds and tables and chairs and whatnot. I think I'll keep the bricks, stairs, slabs in case we need those. And we're probably going to need spruce, spruce logs, trapdoors, stairs, slabs, and we'll grab, I think we did a lot of dark oak furniture in the other place. Yeah. So we'll go dark oak, and then I think we really did, I thought I liked the turquoise beds. I thought were good. The cyan beds, a lot of dark oak. Not sure if you're into a ton of detail, but cracked stone bricks in the walkway to simulate roots growing under could be interesting. Oh yeah, kernel space. This is just the first pass. We do all kinds of stuff. Where's a finished pathway? Like here's a finished path here. This is just a new area. I'm focusing on the house, but I wanted to make sure that that path was in, so I know kind of where the borders were. And so, and now we can see that the path clearly goes all the way around. Outcast01, thanks very much for the raid. Appreciate you sharing your viewers. Hope you had a good stream. What are we looking for? Dark oak. Got 2 tables. Grab another chair. I don't think we're going to use oak chairs, but we'll grab a couple just in case. right, so I think this being the focal point of the room, we have this fun little door for firewood, which I just realized I can't close from inside. Whoops. So that's just kind of a silly little detail. It's funny actually, if I put this inside like that, then we could have like a log or something there to kind of indicate what's happening. So that's a possibility. And I feel like, is this... Yeah, so I could do that. Or even scuffed wood. Be a thing. We don't want to put a chair there because that's where wood would come in, right? So I do feel like there needs to be something in the corner here. I can see there being a chair here. And I think we were trying to decide if we wanted to have its own kitchen area or whether we wanted to have a shared kitchen, with this being the kitchen for both complexes, like both houses. So what were you up to on stream today, Outcast? Anything fun? Exploring a modded world and digging out your base. Oh, very cool. Exploring a new modded world is always really fun. Lots of cool things to look at. I feel like it makes sense to have a table there. Like it's one or the other. That's either going to be the table area, or the table will go here. Right? And then this would end up being like the kitchen corner, which probably makes a little bit more sense. Because I feel like we could have a cauldron there. I could change this into spruce tables, so it looks more like a counter. Cauldron there, and then we could do like a flip up sort of thing there, maybe. That just leaves this feeling very open. It's the only thing. And then this feels kind of strange too. Yeah, I don't think I like that. Is it 5 or 6? 7. It's that, or maybe we can spice things up a little bit and the cauldron in the middle. Yeah, I kind of like that better. I need 2 tables though. I do like that kind of form of crafting rather than having to make the shape. I really like the idea of using a specific block to craft a certain thing, you know? So do we do the cauldron there, or do we put the cauldron here? I think that looks better. This is just a separate house. This is just like somebody else lives over here, right? There's an upstairs, right? There's a room for bed, another little fireplace, some storage. We'll put a door there. So yeah, it's just for somebody else living here. I kind of want to put like a table here. Really wish the tablecloth part of this mod was working, because it would help these houses feel a lot fancier as I want them to be fancier. I mean, a sink or something? Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to make like a kitchen area. So similar to the kitchen over here. I don't think we have a cauldron in this kitchen. No, we have a bucket of water, but like this kind of like a work area, that kind of thing. And so this particular kitchen doesn't have, like, it doesn't have a stove. Like maybe that's all that's missing. So maybe there'd still need to be some place to do some things, I guess. Sorry, Dan, I don't follow you. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I like the idea of using like a little dark oak footstool. That looks a little bit silly with that table there, though. What if the table was over on the side? Nope. Yeah, I think that's good. I wish we could turn the chairs like 45 degrees. That would be really cool. Yeah, you know, I guess there's really not much we can do. I'm going to bring in an extra log or two. Probably one of these. Like that. Oh, we've got room to put something on the mantle, which is good. So we could put maybe like flower vase or something. Put that over here too. Good. I do have a couple of those. Cauldron in the window if you're using it as a sink. I just kind of felt it made more sense to have it on the end. A little on the nose. We may have to sacrifice that for lighting. Because, well, that fire is probably going to do a lot of this. Yeah. Does the whole thing. What do we have going on up here? Torch there. So we'll need something up here. That's all zeros. That's all zeros. If we get the light source here closer to the fireplace, and that actually does the whole upper floor. That's amazing. 2 light sources, one there and one immediately above. And we could put another fireplace burning up here if we wanted to, right there, and it would do the exact same thing. Whoops. I wonder if I could make like a fancy bed. I've got room to make a fancy bed there if I really wanted to. Can't change those, but I could easily create like a double bed maybe. Whoops. That could be kind of cool. Especially if we use like dark oak or something. So let's go get a couple of beds. Oh, they're already died. I really want to do cyan bed. Gamer Corlin subscribing at tier 1. 5 months. Thanks so much, Corlin. That's amazing. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. Oh, I didn't bring any trapdoors with me. Dark oak trapdoors. Hope everybody's not getting dizzy. I'm sort of getting dizzy. A lot of twisty turns going up and down stairs. The only problem is that it hides the bed. My only beef is that it hides the bed. I don't know, I think I quite like that. I was hoping to do more with it, but that's not bad. Too bad we can't make beds the color of the wood that we make them out of. That would be nice. Now all of this needs to be textured too. I think I'm okay with that. I might try to find a fence post or something that we can put up there. And I'm wondering if this is going to be overkill. Yeah, it's a little bit much. The mighty Elkhorn is here. Hope everything's going well, Elkhorn. Wood color beds would be amazing, yeah. I agree. I mean, unfortunately, it adds like an exponential amount of new items to the game that don't stack, you know? So I get it. Like, I understand why they don't have them. The only problem here is that it really hitches you up when you try to go into the corner here, and I'm pretty sure this is an outside block. Oh, it's not. So we could open the broom that way, and have less of a framed door. I think I kind of like the other way better. I don't know. So we can obviously put some sort of stackable things in there. Maybe like crate and another chest. Something really simple. Oh, fence gate isn't going to attach to the bed though. It's going to float out in front of it. I wanted Note blocks. And I need another chest. I'm really looking forward to when we can make chests out of bamboo. I don't know whether a chest will hide top of this. I think it will. Yeah, totally. Oh, that's kind of bright. Maybe we'll do a barrel. Sure. Oh, I meant to bring up a fence post. See what that might look like. And what was the other thing that I wanted? Snow layers. Maybe a trapdoor with a snow layer and the cubby hole. Trapdoor with a snow. Oh, I see what you mean. No, there's no room. No room. What I was thinking of, I was going to try the snow layer up there, but I also think that something like that could look cool. Or not at all. That really, yeah, I thought that was going to look good, but it does not. We could try maybe, oh, I didn't bring a stair. Try a couple of dark oak stairs to arrange it to make it look like it's attached to the roof. So instead of that, we could do that and that. I kind of like that. And then we could do, that's outside. So for that, we'd have to just do a straight thing like that, but then we'd have to, no, that doesn't look good either. Wait a minute, what about the other way? Did that and then this way? Okay. I mean, it's not amazing, but I think it does the trick. I really wish we could fit things in there, but obviously we can't. I think that's good. I think I do like it framed in like that. We'll put a door on it. And I don't remember whether we were using dark oak doors or spruce doors on the inside doors. To go refresh my memory. Quick question: what is the size of the player? I think it's 1.8 blocks. We were using dark oak doors inside. Yeah. Probably not going to be able to get far enough away. It might be 1.9. I mean, I've got a helmet on. Hold on. I would say like 1.5 pixels. Yeah, I would say whatever. 1.5 pixels shy of 2 blocks. So whatever a 1/16 of a meter is. That would be my guess. And plus, by doing this, this frame here, it gives us an opportunity to have the door be inset on both sides. So that looks great. And then it looks good over here too. So the only thing left to do in here is decide if we're going to be using a lit campfire or candles. But we need to get all the way to here. So campfire might be the way to go. Hey, Mattcast is online. Oh, and they're offline. Never mind. I needed dye. So I'm trying to get everything working. Will likely stop popping on and off. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for the heads up. That's right. We just updated to 1.19.3, so some of the members are trying to sort out how things are working and whatnot. So no worries. Thanks for the heads up, Mattcast. Ooh, that's a lot of brown. Maybe we'll go with different color candles in here. Either way, I don't think, even if we had 4, I don't think it's enough. Oh, it's just enough. No! So close. I mean, we could cheat it and put a trapdoor there. Which I might do. Although really this is a very dark hallway. We might want to put a lantern up here. Like right there probably. That might be a better way to do it. So it's good to know we don't need a campfire here. I want to do this while it's nighttime so I can figure this out. Let's go with basalt. And we've been using mostly blue lanterns, but I don't think we've used blue lanterns inside. Pretty sure everything inside upstairs here is candles. I think we'll probably go with the cyan candle. Yeah. Just one campfire, and then the rest are candles. Okay. There's a lot of dark oak in this other build, so that's why I think that cyan candles might be better. Whether they're lit or not doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's quite dark here. So we could hang a lantern here. And that helps light up the wall. And you don't really see it, so that's fine. And that still lights up everything the way that we would want it to be. We don't need this here. So then we can put just 2 candles here. We'll need to light them. No, that still leaves zeros there. And zeros in there. Well, nothing could spawn here anyway. But that would be a nasty spawning space. Wait. And then alternatively, we could have a fire here. I think that might be too bright, though. Yeah, that's not quite the atmosphere that I want up here. This stays the same illumination, so I think we'll stick with this. We will keep the fire in there, but we will extinguish it. And then we'll do candles. And I think I just have to figure out something to put on the floor in there. Right? Like just to kind of change that to be non-spawnable. I just have to figure out what I could put there. Maybe just a couple of... Can mobs spawn on blocks that have candles on them? Yeah, there's a texture missing from the data pack too. There's no real small block that would work. Try another chest. You don't think the candles will stop the spawning? That's fair. You can't stand in them though, you have to stand on them, so that's why I'm curious. I'm trying to think about what else we could put up there, but I think just having a couple candles on the floor for now is probably the best bet. That, or yeah, the 0 is still there, so that does suggest to me that it could be spawnable. We could just double chest it up. That's probably the safest way to do it. I mean, it's pretty dark up here anyway. With all this. So we'll turn that around. Oh, that's an outside block, so I don't want to mess with that too much. I think we're done with sleep. I think we can sleep for Matcast. One snow layer. I guess I could put a couple of snow layers there. I think I like the candles go better with the chest. This is going to also be an outside block. Yeah. Well, this. So here, I was thinking we could do that with a stair, and then this is totally an outside block. So that has to stay where it is. I'm going to go get an upside down. Well, the block I'm going to get is not going to be upside down. I'm going to place an upside down natural stone stair. Try to make it look like the mantle is all one piece. Similar to what I did down here. Just on a smaller scale. Like that, so it looks a little bit more finished. And you know what? I find that kind of distracting. So we're going to go to that. And I imagine this is probably an outside piece too. Yeah. Cool. A little bit of ash in the fireplace. I'll go get another fire log to put there, and I think that's the upstairs done. I love these little player head blocks for things like this. It makes it so much nicer. Little off-center things. Just like that. I'm going to call that done. Very cool. So we'll leave that open. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any candles in that window. Out here, I think I'm good. I don't see any real issues. We were wanting to see whether this would look good as stripped spruce. It's definitely less noisy. Oh, but would it look good coming in that way? Yeah. Not a lot of contrast between it and the other things around it though. No, you know what? I think we hit it right the first time. Cool. I like it when you can kind of check off these areas. So that's done. That's all finished. So the only thing left in here would be all the, armor stand things that I don't usually do until I'm finished everything. The next bits are going to be things like texture. So I've got trapdoors, script. I think that's all I used over here. Oh, a little bit of logs as well. Whoa, where did you come from? I don't have a bow on me, I don't think. Probably all the nighttime stuff. Grab this. Oh, thanks, Ping. Thanks, Dan. I don't really end up doing a lot of fighting anyway. A lot of the times. Let's go with good. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make a very big basement, but we've got one. So there'd be probably a decent amount of foot traffic by the kitchen here. Actually, let's go with a trapdoor there. I wish you could turn composters sideways. Oh, that's too similar to firewood. So again, I'm just trying to think about like the different paths that people would take with their feet that might scuff things up a bit. I feel like we need like one more kind of wood, you know? Like I know it seems silly. I just feel like we're always scrambling. Yeah, okay. I think that's good. I want to try a dark, I want to say maybe dark oak. Like a stripped dark oak. It might be too dark. I've used it to put shadows under beds before. I'm wondering if this will look like a shadow or if it'll look like wet wood underneath here. We'll see. I could also use a crate maybe. Oh no, that looks great. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I wonder if I could do that in 2 spaces. Oh, the grain on it goes the wrong way. That's annoying. Let's get the other piece of dark oak though. I did that in the modern city where I used dark oak. Joel, way past break. Oh, so I am. Thanks. It loses the effect when you've got 2 of them next to each other. That's too bad. Cool. I did not see your first message, Dan, if I happened to miss it. But thanks for the reminder. Yes, folks, we are going to take a break. I take a break once an hour, gives you a chance to stretch, gives me a chance to stretch. I need more coffee. I don't know about you, but that's what's happening on my break. So yeah, give me about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll be right back. Right outside my door. Never fails. Never fails. You cannot come in, sir. Anything here that we want? Dispenser might be kind of cool. Although, I don't think of much of a use for them. Exposed copper. Blackstone. Ugh. Calcite. We'll do the calcite. Terracotta. Crimson nylium. I'm gonna have to double check to see what I have. You know, there actually are a few things here, so we'll take a quick break here. Let me just see what I can. So loom, another gold ore. And crimson nylium. And what else did I see? Terracotta, calcite. And I think that was it. Oh, exposed copper. Yeah, exposed cut copper. That is what I want. Let's see what we've got. Here's the calcite. We're gonna need emeralds. Now some of this we might already have. Quite a varied shopping list. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Chat list ready to go. Sorry, Dan, I beat you to it. I don't know if we have the nether stuff. I thought I had crimson stuff. Maybe it's outside. Polished granite. We've only got 3 looms, so we'll continue with the looms. Just making sure I don't get... Okay, so we don't need terracotta. I've got 8 terracotta. I don't need terracotta. Yeah, so the only thing on the list I don't need is terracotta. Cool. This is getting quite colorful, and I like that we've got so much greenery around on this side of the city. I might have to revisit other parts of the city and add a little bit more green. Loom. It's over here. Nope, I have to make one. We've got loom, calcite. Didn't need terracotta. I needed crimson nylium, exposed cup copper. There's the nether. Crimson nylium, nether gold ore. Again, with our recipes being reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loom, nether gold ore. Crimson nylium. Terracotta we're skipping. Calcite, exposed cut copper. if I put that in here, can I get it cut? In Bedrock, there's an add-on that we can use a stone cutter for mini blocks. Oh wow, that's cool. I mean, this does make the Wandering Trader a more interesting game mechanic to interact with, so I'll give it that. Hey, there's Macast head. I don't know if I have Hannah's head. I feel like that's going to come in handy. We'll get a couple of those. And thankfully he spawned way down here. So when we go back up to work on our house, he's not going to be hovering and driving us all crazy. Yep, I didn't have Hannah's head. And I did have Macast. Cool. Hannah's head. I need to add another chest. We're getting full. I don't know if I have Hannah's head. A sentence that only makes sure it makes sense in Minecraft. That's very true. That's very true. Alright, put some of this just in the temporary bin here. Actually, that's it. Trying to keep all the similar color blocks in the same sort of spot. So we finished the texture on the floor here. I'll put a flower pot here for now, but eventually I'm sure we'll put some stuff that's like armor stand placement. We'll get a bucket of water for the cauldron. And as simple as it is, I think, well, maybe we'll put some flowers on top of the mantle here. I'll go get some flowers. It might even be faster to just go grab them off the ground. Oh, that was my face. I think the bees are doing okay. I'd imagine that those are going to be the quaintest. Whoops. But we also have potentially... Oh, it's going to be a single no matter what. Unless we move it over here and see if it gives us a different pattern with the data pack. Nope. So if it's going to stay single like that, I'm probably going to opt for the Azure Blue. Just because it does fill the flower pot a little bit nicer. Yeah. All right, so we just need a back door, and then we got to think about. No, we don't even have to think about lighting in here. I'll probably put a couple of candles on that just to have them. I think we're using turquoise candles on the bottom floor. And yeah. Nothing pink. Nope. Nothing pink at all. Those creepers from earlier have got me concerned. Like I'm trying to pour my coffee, but I'm thinking like, oh, don't take your eyes off too much here. Yeah, I think that's fine. You're not really going to be able to see it from anywhere, I don't think. Not really. So it's just the door, and then we have to worry about what's happening in between the builds. Oh, in the basement. I haven't finished the basement yet either. So we'll put a little stair above the door, just like we did on the other side. Looks good, looks good. And then we've got, I guess, a little bit of stuff to play with here. I almost want to put in another one of those blocks right there. Just to complete the look. Yeah, I think that works. And we might find a place to put in some cracked stuff. That's pretty good. We did end up with a little bit of a railing here. We could easily turn that into a bush too. It doesn't have to be a trapdoor. Kind of like that. Let's go smooth stone. Yeah. So the real question is going to be, how are we going to decorate all this area? I may remove all of the taiga grass and replace it with moss, just so that we can do all kinds of azalea foliage and stuff. However, we have a really cool like thicket that we did down here, and it was just mangrove leaves and mangrove roots and muddy mud bricks, muddy mangrove roots. So I don't know if I want to go quite that thick with it, but that worked out really well. Some of this would be nice too. I don't know. I guess the first thing is to get the water in and see what it looks like after that. Yeah, the shulker monster outside is going to have to be moved soon too. I want to finish the whole thing where that happens. I think the only thing we've not done is any like details on the roof maybe. I forgot about the soul sand making bubbles. So I might have to remove those and replace it with soul soil if I want to put fish in here, because the bubbles will kill the fish. I might not want the bubbles there going constantly. But we can certainly like waterlog things in the background, especially now that we've got waterlogged or waterloggable bushes. Let's just get some moss and see. Azalea, iron azalea. No, no. Macast lost to an Enderman. Was about to say what, Dan? Right, so that can be really fun. But I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to draw a line right down the middle here and just start replacing all of this. It just gives us so much more leeway. And plus, if we make this into like a stone path instead of a dirt path, then we can do things with the carpet, make it feel like it actually has an edge. I don't remember the footsteps being so distinct on moss. Has that always been like that, or is that new? I feel like it's probably just always been like that. I just never seem to walk on it very much. Oh, the soul sail thing, yeah. Makes sense. I need to go get some more stone. some more moss. You know, the flowering azalea might actually go really well with the mud brick. It's not exactly pink, but it's close. I just want to wait till it's nighttime so I don't have to come back out here in a minute and a half. The other thing that's nice that we can do inside of the ponds is replace that with waterlogged bushes. We could even use some stairs to give that a more unique shape too. Like I could put a couple of waterlogged stairs there. Shouldn't have put my buckets away. Speaking for Cosmic, the flowering azalea simply works with any block at all. Your mileage may vary. And that kind of gives it a nice organic shape, doesn't it? I almost want to try and see what it would look like. Yeah, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, you can't waterlog the azalea trees. So we've got mangrove up there. I'm just wondering if I'm making this too bright. It might be okay. Oh, it's fine. Mangrove would look a little bit better, but I think it's fine from the outside, considering that it looks so much better in here. I'm curious to see if we remove this slab, if we can sneak another one in here. I'm guessing no. Maybe we just go to the outside of it. No. I think that's going to look really bad from out front. No, actually you can't even see it. Oh no, lie. Yep, that looks terrible. Maybe it looks okay next to the mud brick. So the idea was to also have some flowers down here. So let's. The only other thing I can think of is the back garden that we have in the flower shop. Just to kind of remind myself. I mean, that took an entire stream, I think, to get together. So I don't have any illusions that we'll get very far. Lots of too tall flowers in the back. We did weasel in some berry bushes, and we managed to do both the moss and the minty green. That could work out well. Like that idea. We'll have to do that again. And drip leaf for sure. I like the blue coral actually, because we've got all that cyan happening. Are there any cyan flowers? There's one, isn't there? It's like a... But there's no cyan coral. I guess the lily is like a blue lily. It's like a light blue. It's not really cyan. Yeah, so I feel like flowers back there would make sense on those spaces. And then probably some tall flowers back there. Which tall flowers, I would say. I think all my flower boxes are way back at the workshop here. I don't think there's any mini block heads. We might be able to get away with like a mini block head that looks like a flower. But I'm not really sure what we could put it on top of. I don't think they're big enough to pass for something on top of a dead bush. We do have those. Some of those were from Cosmic or for Cosmic. I wonder if Cosmic came to get the ones that they needed. That could be fun. I doubt we'll use them, but we'll bring them. Pumpkins, no. Yeah, I was thinking purpur, but purpur is it's too hard of an edge. Nothing else really looks like a flower. BT dubs. We are working on a walled garden that is between the there. Oh, coral. It doesn't have a name. I should probably give that a name. So yeah, we've got these two builds here, the big one and a slightly smaller one, but they're all in the same property, so they have the same sort of build style. And then inside, we are working on like a little garden here. I thought it would be easier just to bring the shulker boxes in here. And you can't waterlog bamboo, right? Like that's not a thing you can do. No. I think lilacs might be the right ones. Yeah, boy, I would say just be consistent. Usually the name of the game. So I'm not sure about leaving them on grass. I kind of feel like we could probably change up the dirt in here. So again, I'll grab my dirt box and I'll go take another look at what we did at this garden. I'm pretty sure. My guess, your boy, is that you're just not giving it enough time. A lot of podzol. And right, so we've got waterlogged for the coral. Door. Where is my warped stuff? Probably in the keep, would be my guess. Maybe not. Where is my warped wood? Oh, there it is. Okay. We might be able to get some turquoise in here. That could be fun. Gaming Careers is a great site, Real Solji. I really like Gaming Careers. Harris Heller is a good resource too. And thanks, Real. You are indeed correct, and I appreciate that. So let's put you down there. Right, so I'm thinking I need shears or whatever I may need them for. So I guess first thing we have to figure out if I like the stone path. Don't think I want it to be too wide all the way. I think that's pretty good. A little bit more room for gardening. Can I plant these on both of these? I can. So we can do that, and then I think we'll probably bring this out around here. I think there's an opportunity here to use maybe a waterlogged slab or something. And maybe a little bit of coral. Coral fan blue. Blue would probably be okay. I don't remember what these look like. I think only some of them look like flowers, the rest of them do not. That's not bad. Especially if I can get like a couple of cornflowers in there. Cornflowers or berry bushes? There's the light blue one. Blue orchid, that's what I was thinking of. I think that looks pretty good. I'm wondering if the bushes back there are a little bit much. Pink Cosmic would be so happy. I mean, the lilacs work. We've used lilacs around a lot. I just think that red is perhaps going to be too much of a clash. I mean, it's not bad. I think that this is neutral enough that they both kind of work. I think we just have to be careful with it. We might have better luck with the red, like back here, keeping it separate visually, so like you can't look at both the roses and the lilacs at the same time. So I think that might be a better way to go. I'll move these over here just so that don't forget about that. Which might mean that down here, something like that, and I don't have any bone meal. So this kind of red might be too much. It's not terrible. But again, I feel like that might go better in a situation like here. Right? Like that works much better. together. And I guess as far as mushrooms and stuff go, we don't have the low light level. So the only thing I could do would be to like find something like, I guess, an end rod maybe? Fence post I think is going to be too thick. That would work if we had bigger mushrooms around. But we do not. At 3 hours, thanks very much. Yeah, I'll have to wrap this up soon. We're not going to be able to finish the garden today. But you can kind of see what I'm going for as the mood, you know, kind of between the two places. And how we can use the moss carpet to kind of frame things in. Although I feel like down here we'd want to do like as much density as we could. That might be a little bit strange. That's hard to see, isn't it? What could we put back there? Oh, we could raise it up, I guess. That could be a thing. Yes, Elkhorn sounds like a good idea, Dan. Tempted to put more dirt over here. Maybe something a little bit darker. Yeah, we can't really put anything too high up there. The unfortunate thing is that the position of the flower on that block is at the very back. I guess we could shift this around. No, that doesn't look as good. Nope. Yeah, that's an interesting little problem. I'll have to think about that. Figure out what else we can come up with. I mean, maybe a dead bush, but again, I think the dead bush is going to be forced to the back of the block. Oh no, that's going to be in the center. Okay. Do those work at all on top of these? That looks really weird. That is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Very strange looking. Very strange looking. So the dead bush there might be a thing. I want to put like the water lily thing inside here. And I want to say, was it one of these? If I were a water lily, where would I be? Probably on this block right here, hey? The new wood sounds for the nether woods are interesting. That's one. And then the other one looks like this. There are other options. Yellow. Don't want to do blue, and I guess red. Red might do the opposite of what I want. I kind of like the yellow for now. Is it between the yellow and the brain coral? That seems like the most natural in terms of like lily pads that I've seen in real life, but that's kind of fun too. And could be a nice transition to like a different color over here maybe. And then while I think about it, if I have them do. That's kind of fun. We'll have to come up with some more details in and around here. And one thing I wanted to try and do was to try and have a tree in here. I think it might go like right there. And I think that could bring in like another, because this is a nice view, but it's very open. I feel like there's absolutely no shade. Now, we could also put a tree back here, which could be another thing. So we'll work on that. But those are things that we will have to check out next time, because I don't know what's happening with this boulder thing either. Anyway, pretty good progress today. Like, I think the only thing we have left to do inside the house is the basement, and the basement is small, so that won't take very long. We'll just put a couple of doodads down here so it looks like it's got a thought to it. But we finished the basics of the inside, nothing too crazy. We finished the second floor, which didn't take too long either. Like the bed. The bed was a kind of a fun experiment. I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more interiors when I have bigger spaces. These small spaces are always kind of challenging. I like the little door for the wood pile that's out back. And of course we did the texture on the chimney. So the chimney's finished. And then we've got the wood pile. And oh yeah, we did this this path. So this is all bricked in now. And feels pretty solid. Allows you to walk all the way around the property, which is pretty cool. So thanks, Ping. Yeah, welcome into all the folks that stopped by today for the first time. Hope you've enjoyed it. It is a pretty chilled channel, but I hope that's what you're looking for. Great to kind of just relax and play some Minecraft on a Saturday. You can, of course, follow me here on Twitch and on Twitter at Joel Duggan. Instagram as well if you want to keep up with some of the Lego projects that I'm up to. And when I post new podcasts, I also post on both Instagram and on Twitter. So it depends on where you like to hang your social media hat. We're going to pass you on to a moderator and excellent member of the community, Elcor95. They're playing on Infinity Cove, which is my patron server. You can get to that at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's also a great way to support the channel. It is the most affordable way in tight economic times if you want to support, but Twitch is not really your bag, then check out Patreon. And of course, check out the podcasts that I do. Citadel Cafe is going to do a holiday episode next week, and we also have a final episode of the Spawn Chunks for the year. We'll be back on January 2nd, but the final live recording is happening on the 19th on Monday. So we'll see y'all then. Enjoy the rest of your Minecraft day, folks. I will see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC -4. Bye for now.